This year, the most worshipful Grand Master of Masons of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Wilson K. Wilder, and the other Grand Lodge officers have had the honor and privilege of officiating several cornerstone laying ceremonies to government offices and other offices, as well as judicial centers across the state. This has been a long-standing tradition among Freemasons, established to invoke the blessings of peace and prosperity to our government offices as they serve the communities. The tradition of the cornerstone laying ceremonies date back all the way to the stonemasons guilds in early England as they erected the cathedrals and edifices, and it also, as a symbol, reminds us to strive and better ourselves as Freemasons. The earliest recorded cornerstone laying ceremony dates all the way back to 1738 on August the 2nd, when the Earl of Cromarty conducted a ceremony for an infirmary in Edinburgh, Scotland. George Washington emulated that ceremony when laying the cornerstones for the Capitol building. The square was applied as an emblem of virtue to make sure each angle of the stone was perfectly cut. Next, the level, a symbol of equality, was used to ascertain that the stone was horizontally correct. And last, the plumb, a symbol of morality and rectitude, was applied to make sure that the stone was perfectly upright. Once the stone was proven as suitable, kernels of corn were sprinkled over it as a symbol of goodness, plenty, and nourishment. Wine was then poured over it as a symbol of friendship, health, and nourishment. Then finally, drops of oil were placed on it as a symbol of joy, peace, and tranquility. Freemasons consider the first or corner foundation stone the most important because it established the strength and stability of the structure. And we use that ceremony or symbolism to remind us the strength of character and conduct that we encourage in each other. The Masonic influence of that ceremony and others extend to Somerset and Pulaski County to this day. Freemasons during the Civil War felt that it was crucial that our youth should have the best opportunities for education and established the Somerset Masonic College located on College Street downtown, which now stands the Somerset High School. The lodge would meet on the third floor of the college, and then the college itself would take place on the first two floors. The Somerset School colors in itself were influenced by Freemasons, as our college colors were purple and gold based upon the Grand Lodge colors. On March the 4th, 1889, the Freemasons had transferred ownership of the Somerset Masonic College to the newly formed Somerset School Board system and its trustees. Several alumni of the Somerset Masonic College became prominent members of the community and civic leaders in Somerset and Pulaski County. J.E. Girdler, a prominent merchant of Somerset, was a member of the Somerset Masonic College in 1881. Adolphus Ham Waddell, born in 1851, was also a student at the Somerset Masonic College, who went on to do great things in our community. He was a civic leader and also served on the Republican National Committee. Another alumni is William Perkins, a farmer and a merchant who he and George P. Salee decided to open up a merchandising store in Somerset. John May was an interesting character. He also was a student at the Somerset Masonic College. He was with General Robert E. Lee when he surrendered at Appomattox in April of 1865. He came back to Somerset, became a teacher, and then served as the county school commissioner in Pulaski County. To dispel the myth that Freemasons are a secret society with nefarious designs, we need only to look at the philanthropical endeavors that we're involved in on a regular basis. From the largest end of the spectrum, such as the Shriners Hospitals, as well as the more local aspects, Kentucky's involved in things like Operation Preparation, where we try to enrich the lives of students by sharing our life experiences with them so that they can make better career choices as they enter college and beyond. We also have the Masonry Matters program, where we provide backpacks and clothing for underprivileged school kids who are unable to afford things like that. And then even on a more local level, here in Somerset and Pulaski County, we have several lodges that do fundraisers for entities such as the Gene Waddell Hospice Care Center, as well as Operation Christmas Child. Kentucky has had Freemasonry deep ingrained into its roots for the last 200 years. A lot of people don't see us do things in the public because we're not flamboyant about our works. And fine, the concept of Freemasonry simply is just to be the best that we can be. To be the best friend, the best neighbor, the best parent, the best member of our community. Always encouraging goodness in each other, the best character and conduct that we can apply to ourselves and hopefully that will influence others to do the same.